Hey, it's John here. I'm going to try to make this quick, but I have like some VCLT, some shout outs, some thank yous, and just some odds and ends. And in the background, we're going to start with this Marcus Hook band, which I've never heard of. I learned from a fella, John Young. He's got a VC channel, and he's got about only 5 or 6 videos, but he's got good stuff. But this is Harry Vander and George Young from the Easy Beats band with Angus and Malcolm Young. And check out this tune. It's a cross between Honky Tonk Woman and TNT. You'll hear the riff. Cool record. Not stellar record, but certainly interested in about 4 or 5 tracks, or at least 4 tracks that are really good. Being this might be one of the best. Let's get to the chorus. Hopefully I don't get zinged on this one. And it's came out in I think 2014, but I never heard of it. It's from hear the TNT riff? But I think it's originally recordings from 73 or around there. Yeah, 70 mixed in 7. But anyway, it's pre-AC/DC. Good record, worth picking up for historical reasons. And I was in a couple contests and I won them, so I'm going to refrain from joining anyone's contests for a while, just to be fair. But Rob from Black Star Vinyl, you should subscribe to his channel. The guy's knowledgeable, great, and he's just a good guy. But he sent me a prize, and I used the prize to grab myself firepower. I won't go into showing it. I mean, great record. I'm happy to have it on vinyl. Sounds phenomenal. So thank you, Rob. And just to show you something cool that you might appreciate, I went through my old pin collection, and I got the Viking Invasion, Yngwie Malmsteen, it says Rape and Pillage, Tour, 1985, Rising Force. That's an original pin. I had that in the old days. I might have got this, I think I saw him open for AC/DC, maybe on like Fly on the Wall tour. I don't think it was Flick on the Switch. I think it was Fly on the Wall tour, but anyway, a cool pin. But thank you, Rob. Subscribe to his channel. Next, I got my winning from John Captain Howdy's and VCLT. I gotta turn this down. And man, thank you, sir. And I picked the autographed Peter Criss solo record. Really cool. Not the greatest record in the world, but like just a great period piece record. I love the album cover. It screams 1980. Like the jukebox is shooting records at everybody, and I really like the record. It's not great. I mean, I love Peter Criss's voice, but the tunes are very, just standard session guy arrangements and stuff. But cool record. I am thrilled to have this. And I don't know if you realize, John, but you sent me an autographed Nazareth in there. I don't know if that's a mistake. I'll send that back to you. But if not, cool. I don't have this Nazareth record, so I'll have to keep a lookout to be able to slip this in there. But great. And then he sent me a couple of bonus stuff, which is I really appreciate. And he sent me the David Johansen live record, which was recorded live at the Paradise here in Boston, a club I've been to and played at. Like I've been to many a times. But autographed David Johansen. It's a good live record for I think like 82. I don't remember what year this is. Early 80s. This isn't the Paradise on the cover. This is probably some like MTV show because there's guys with like MTV jackets. But great, and he didn't send the LPs, but I have the LP, so it's actually an upgrade from my sleeve is a little worn. So it's an upgrade and it's autographed, and I'm a big David Johansen New York Dolls fan. And interestingly enough, he sent me the Buster Poindexter Hot signed by Buster Poindexter's David Johansen. So like he probably signed it at the same time and said, hey, sign this one, Buster. And then he signs a different name for David Johansen. And I just wanted to show these aren't vintage or anything, but I had these for a while. Just like a cool New York Dolls button set. But man, John, thank you above and beyond for the concert. When is that? SMF Captain Howdy. Please subscribe to his channel. I'm sure you already are, but I'm psyched. And this goes out to Sack Blabbeth. I'm not joining a contest because I won twice already, but he wanted to know your first album. And I'll show my first rock record. I think I discussed this before in that 20 questions from a year or two ago. My first record is AC/DC, Let There Be Rock. And the story behind this was Back in Black was out, and all the kids had Back in Black on cassette and LP. And I went to the store, and Back in Black was like $8.99 or $7.99, and this record was $5.99. So I didn't have a lot of money, so I bought the cheaper one, and I took it home, and I loved it. But I thought I bought the wrong record. You know, everyone was listening to Back in Black and Shook Me All Night Long and Giving the Dog a Bone. But I ended up, you know, obviously a few years later, I discovered I got the right record. Excuse me. But this is my original copy. It's beat. It was on like my 70s turntable. I mean, I cleaned it up, but it's still got some scratches. And I etched in the dead wax. It looked like I signed it in '86, but I wrote, this was my first record. I don't know where it is, but I don't know. But I wrote in the etch wax, this is my first ever record I bought, my first ever rock record I bought in the 5th grade. And it says, see The Wall, Pink Floyd The Wall, and Ronnie James Dio were last in line for like other notes I must have wrote on other records. But I sold, there's a couple other notes personal to myself, but somewhere there's a Wall record out there that I etched something in, and my last in line, I must have got a newer copy of something. It doesn't have any etchings, but that's that for Sack Blabbeth, S-A-K Blabbeth, and subscribe to his channel. And then like I had a pile of boxes I was going to recycle in the basement, and I found like old VCLT from like 2 years ago. My wife must have put it down there or got mixed up when I was taking boxes to the basement. So I got VCLT from an old member, Rockin' Dan Haggerty, and I'm not going to show the address. And you might know Rockin' Dan Haggerty used to be a VC member. He hasn't posted a video in a while, but he's a big 70s obscurity, weird record collector. And he was like an illicit pharmacist to the stars out in Hollywood. And you might know him. He was the actor in the TV show Grizzly Adams from the 70s. But he sent me some really cool stuff. He sent me Bobby Brown, the Outsider artist. He's from, I think, California, but lived in Hawaii. He's a one-man band, and he made his own like crazy instruments. And this might be his second or third record. He was from like the late 70s, but this is from '82. And it's fantastic, rare outsider music. Just bizarre. I'll just throw on a track or two, have it in the background, and we'll go through the rest of the stuff he sent me. Really cool outsider music. It's not for everyone's bag. Let's see what else he gave me. He got me Burt Reynolds, Ask Me What I Am. And this one comes with the great poster. This is for the men to hang up. This is for the women to hang up. And it's actually a really good record, especially the tune Childhood. But that's Burt Reynolds on Mercury. I don't know what year, it's 1973. So thank you, Dan. And what else? He sent me a Shaft record, Shaft soundtrack. And then I got the official Bump Ball record. Bump Ball was a big fad in the 70s. It was started by this kind of weirdo guy and this chick, Milton Bradley. And it's still sealed. This is actually from 1968. And this was all the rage. Anyone knows who grew up in '68 The cats at Milton Bradley threw the bump ball into the teen scene, and a whole new bag was born. Kids had all enjoyed games and stunts at parties, school hops, indoors and outdoors. They had all performed at the no-hand tricks without letting the bump ball fall to the floor. A whole new breed of kids latched onto this crazy new fad, creating a twisting, laughing, falling group that quickly became the bump ball boppers, as the mass media dubbed them. So this was just a huge fad. It's a ball. You got to keep it from hitting the ground, you and your partner. And if you could see this guy, what's his name? Joe Pirro, Killer Joe Pirro. He's a real hip teenager. And so thank you, Dan Haggerty. I hope you post more videos. I haven't heard from you in a while. Cheers to everybody in the VC. Take care.